What's up YouTube, Demi here with the Spider Queen, the CI Zealot's Oath tank Ascendant character. And this is going to be a build guide, update, showcase, whatever you want to call it. So basically I'm going to do the entire guide while AFK tanking Chimera, just so you get some idea of what we can tank. This is crit multi, monster life, boss, whatever. So basically we go Scion because we get extra skill points from the Ascendancies, so that allows us to stretch our tree out all over the fucking place, right? So, I'm level 94. I have the Cultist Ascendancy. This gives us ES regen per second, which is one of the very few ways it's possible to get energy shield regen without converting it from life regen, so that's great. We also have Guardian for some block chance, and then every 5 seconds removing curses and ailments from us, which is great. Lets you play with the party. You can share your frenzy charges, power charges, whatever with your party members, and you can protect them from yourself. Yeah, great. So the tree, more or less, the tree is just every single ES and regen node you can grab. So you come out through Scion, throughout the life regen nodes, you get Shaper, you get Equilibrium to fuck with people's resistances a little bit. You head up into the Witch area to grab Ele Overload, sorry. This gives you 40% more elemental damage if you crit in the past 8 seconds. Well, I pretty much have that up all the time because I'm vomiting out so many spells, so that's great. Let's see. Then you grab this entire ES wheel for a bunch of ES. You grab a dual curse up here because you want to go double curse or triple curse if you get a +1 curse amulet, which I have. And then you get Zealot's Oath. Zealot's Oath is the keystone of this tree that makes the build work, other than CI itself. This lets us regenerate our energy shield per second. As you can see, it just kind of goes back up every time we take a hit, because we're converting all the life regen on the tree into ES regen, which is awesome. Then we come into Templar, grab a bunch of ES nodes, some little bit of spell damage nodes, some LE resistance nodes here because I needed some res, jewel socket, I'll go over all the jewels after the tree as always. Come up into Templar, grab Sancticity for life regen, 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 and life regen, and also some life regen and some life regen. And then we get up, so we have 3 block nodes here, so we can get block capped the jewel socket. And then if we head over this way, we get a bunch of ES nodes here. I'm going to grab these 2 eventually. Another jewel socket. This jewel socket is converting the melding wheel to pure ES nodes. So instead of life ES, it just gives ES. It's great. Head into the Witch super cluster for ES here, and more ES, and then we head up to grab CI itself, infuse shield, another jewel socket, grab 2 ES nodes here, and then we grab growth and decay, which gives us life regen but also damage over time, and then these 3 points for some more ES. So you see the theme here. You just grab ES. The jewels are all reckless defenses except for this one, which is the energy from within rule that we talked about. So these give us block and convert some of our block into spell block, which allows us to become block capped without really any other investment other than the jewel sockets, which is fairly hefty investment, but still. Grab another reckless defense here, another one here, one more there, another one there, and another one there. So in total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reckless defenses, which gives us a total of 24% block chance and like fucking 60% additional chance to receive a crit, which is fine. It also gives us 120% of our block chance applied to spells, which is more than enough to hit spell block cap. And then we have these 3 nodes as well to give us a little bit of block, so that's an additional 6% block. With Tempest Shield it's 9% plus 24 is 35% block, combined with a 31% block shield that brings us up to 67% block, 2% from gloves, 69% block, and then a 6% block from a Sai, which is 75% block. Amazing. So that brings us into the... Hang on, I gotta walk around in a circle for a bit. That brings us to the gearing section. For basically all of your gear, you just want a bunch of ES though. So, helmet. ES, get as much ES and resistances as possible. Intelligence as well is very important because each point of intelligence, every 5 points of intelligence is 1% maximum energy shield. So that just allows you to scale your ES even further. Your weapon, again, you're going to want a Sai with as much intelligence on it as you can get, and then I got Dex here as well because I needed some Dex for my green gems. but you do want to Saw for that additional block chain. God damn it, Chimera, stop making me move. So, other gear, your chest piece. Get as much ES as int as you can. This is more or less perfect. Shield, you want as much ES and int as you can, and block chance. You need 6% chance to block on the shield to get block cap with this current spec. If I had T1 int instead of this mana regen node here, I would be really, really happy with this. But this shield's up for mirror in my mirror thread, which is linked in the description below. It is 6 T1s. It is, I think, like 4 ES off perfect. Perfect mana, perfect block, perfect reduced damage from dot, and perfect flat. The percent is a little bit off, but that's great. What else we got? So, belt, you want as much int and ES and resistances as you can get. If you can get strength here as well, that's great. Can you stop? There, thanks. So I'm using a crystal belt because it's got the highest ES. Boots, you want as much ES and resistances and int as you can. As you can see, I have a shitload of ES and int. Great. Gloves. These gloves are also up for mirror in Amazon's mirror thread, which is linked in my mirror thread in the description below. But these are as much ES and resistances as I could get, also with some block chance. Block chance is craftable on gloves, you can't exalt it, so this is 61 gloves. Amazing. Rings, you want as much ES and int as you can get, and resistances as well. So this one, there you go. ES, int, resist. Perfect. Other ring, this is an optional ring here. If you want to use Chevron's Revelation, you can. It gives you 4% of energy shield regenerated per second if it's legacy. Non-legacy gives you 3%, which is still really, really good. But that's ES regen, so it's not affected by Frostbomb less regen mod, because it's ES regen, not life regen, so that's pretty solid. If you can't get one of these because it's too expensive or whatever, just use another ES resistance ring. Good to go. And then for your amulet, there's a couple options here. I have a really good +1 curse amulet. It's got ES, int, out the ass, and dex. Pretty much all the things that I wanted, but if you don't have that, you can always just grab an anvil with +1 curse. It gives you additional block chance, which alleviates some of the burden from your shield not having block, or from your weapon not having block, or whatever. And it does a little bit of damage when you block, as well as giving you additional block chance, so that's a solid option. And then, now that the gear's done, we go over the gem links. Basically, your auras are Vitality, Discipline, and an Empower. This is a 3-link. This is just for ES and life regen, which is more or less the theme of the build. So you just grab that. Other links, you have basically every other link totally free to play with whatever spells that you want. But if we go, the way we do damage here is cast when stunned. Cast when stunned has up to, if level 21 I think is 70% chance to cast supported spells when you are stunned, or block a stunning hit. That's the important sense there. Because every time we block, we don't take damage, so cast when damage taken does not work anymore for this build, because I'm block capped. But, because I have these now, every time I block a stunning hit with my 75-75 block, it still casts the spells if I proc the chance to cast. So, my main 6-link is Cast when Stunned, Molten Shell, Magma Orb, Firestorm, Fireball, and Fire Penetration. As you can see, they're all fire-themed here. So that allows me to get some penetration there, which is a pretty good multiplier to my damage. I don't really have that much damage multipliers on this character. It's great. The curse setup, we're using a cast when damage taken, Enfeeble, LE weakness, and temp chains. You could use cast when stunned here, but in this case I wanted it to be a guaranteed proc. Because some people don't actually hit hard enough to proc cast when stunned, or some AI, and this means if I take enough damage from them, it'll just cast the spell, or the curses automatically. As you can see, basically everyone is just auto-cursed all the time, so it's working out great. Other links, I have a 3-link here, Cast when Stunned, Tempest Shield, and Glacial Cascade. I have a 4-link over here with Cast when Stunned, Freeze Pulse, Frostbolt, and Ball Lightning, and then I have a Cast when Stunned, Vortex, Bladefall, and Ethereal Knives. Remember, we do have L Equilibrium on the tree, so basically my main 6-link is all fire damage, everything else is cold and lightning damage. So then it tends to like juggle their resistances back and forth, which means occasionally they'll be vulnerable to fire, vulnerable to lightning, vulnerable to cold, which means that like, every time one of my other spells hits them, they just take more damage. So this is effectively giving us two 50% less resistance multipliers to some of our spells, and then the one spell that hits has a positive multiplier, which is bad, or positive resistance. But that's okay because we juggle all the hits all the time. As you can see, he's currently vulnerable to cold and lightning, but if he stuns me again, he'll become vulnerable to everything else. Yeah, but you can basically use whatever spells you want, like Frost Bomb, Arc, Lightning Orb, Blade Vortex, Essence Drain, Contagion, Ice Nova, Flame Dash, Shock Nova, Storm Call. It doesn't matter. Pick some random skills, you'll be fine. What else is there to talk about? Playstyle, I guess. You basically just AFK. As you can see, like, this is a pretty rippy Pit of the Chimera, and I'm 100% able to AFK this. Things I have AFK'd, let's see. We'll start from the top shaper. All the Guardians, Hydra, Chimera, Minotaur, Phoenix, easily AFKable. At Zeri, Uber at Zeri, you can tank at Zeri's Flame Blast. You cannot tank Uber at Zeri's Flame Blast, or double Flame Blast, I've tried. I think I could tank it if I had like 30k ES and I got some Flask effect on the tree. But yeah, it's pretty, I don't know, I can tank all that. I can tank Zaro, Uber Zaro, no problem. I can probably tank normal Zaro, normal Hillik, whatever. More or less all of that's fine. But the build's just like an AFK build. You just like walk around and attack shit with your auto attack. You don't even have to do that. Like, you can just not do that. Just run in circles, you'll be fine. But yeah, Spider Queen's my baby. She's just the dumbest build I've ever created that can still do content. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, ask in the comment section below. The level 100 skill tree will be linked in the description below. I'll probably have some random footage after this of me doing stupid shit, but maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, if you make this build, let me know. Fight me in Sarn. Do some dumb shit. It's pretty fun. It feels like you're playing the old Cast on Crit character, or Cast on Crit style builds where you just spam out spells because you're getting hit so fast that you just vomit spells everywhere, and it's great. They auto target. You don't have to do anything. Wonderful, wonderful build. But yeah, I will see you guys on the other side. This Chimera will die in approximately an hour. But that's DeMi out.